Hi friends, good morning and welcome to Belgium. Now it's a bit random the reason that I'm here. So after deciding to leave the Balkans after nearly 10 weeks of being in Eastern Europe, I decided to head to Western Europe to see my friend Alan and see another friend Rim. So I was in Paris for a week and I have somewhere very exciting that I'm going tomorrow. So that gave me 3 days spare. After looking at the map and thinking, where can I spend 3 days that isn't too expensive, I managed to find a bus from Paris to Brussels in Belgium for £6. That was with Flixbus, so it was actually £6.99, so it was a little bit more than £6. And I didn't actually end up paying £6.99 because I ended up booking it the day on, which made it £18. So if you ever want to do the route Paris to Brussels, make sure you do it at least 1 week in advance because that is the time frame when the ticket is £6.99. Don't be like me and plan it like literally the day on because it will literally be double the, like nearly triple the price. So in today's video, we have 24 hours until I leave Brussels. So I want to just spend the whole day seeing as much of Brussels as I can. So I'm going to take you guys along with me. If you're new around here, my name is Dane Luca. I post weekly travel vlogs. So if you want any travel inspo or you just want to follow along for the journey, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post travel videos every single Tuesday and Friday. One of the first things that I thought I would do this morning is visit the Royal Gallery of St. Herbert's, which is actually one of Europe's most oldest and beautiful shopping arcade. I can see that it's not actually that big, so I'm gonna have a little wander around and then grab some morning coffee because I haven't done that yet and I can really feel when I haven't had my coffee. As you can see above me, the whole roof of this arcade is made out of glass, and although it's very beautiful, it kind of looks like it's a bit dirty as well, and there's a few cafes, a few little bookshops in here as well. I kind of thought it would be bigger than this. It looked a lot bigger in the pictures. Guys, I'm so silly. I literally thought that was the shopping arcade and I was like, this is okay, like this is nice. And then I got to here. It looks stunning. Like it definitely looks very well looked after. It's very beautiful, very classy. And it's a lot more grander than the other thing that I was just in. Typical me though, always getting the wrong one. So I kind of thought to myself, seeing as this little arcade is so beautiful, I'm gonna get myself a latte because I said I wanted to get a coffee after I had a look around the arcade. And I was like, I can't believe I thought that little arcade was like the beautiful arcade that I saw on like the websites and blogs and stuff. Something else that's really funny about Belgium, firstly, it's crazy that after like 27 years of being alive, Belgium is one of the closest countries to the UK and I've never been there. Like I could get a train, a bus, I could drive, I could fly, and I've never been there. So when I looked at going to Belgium, I literally Googled what language do they speak in Belgium because I was like, I've never really considered what language they speak. There is actually 3 official languages that they speak in Belgium: Flemish, Dutch, French, which is what they speak in Brussels, and they also speak German as well. So I was like, that is really interesting, and it must be confusing. The menu at a restaurant I went to yesterday had both French and Dutch, and I was like, that is mind-blowing. Okay, if you need good coffee in Belgium, come to Axum Coffee in the Royal Palace of St. Herbert Shopping Centre because the coffee is so good. So the next place that I've come to is Grand Place, and it is very grand. I think the architecture in Brussels in Belgium is very gothic, I want to say. So this right here is Brussels Town Hall. I just got some cute little Instagram pics. I'm not sure if you can go into the town hall. That would be a bit weird. Like I work in a town hall back in the UK and it'd be weird if like tourists came into our town hall. So probably not a thing.
Borrow my doubts, so take all my weaknesses.
never too long into a vlog until I go and get some food. Now I'm gonna get some typical Belgian food later on, but I went onto HappyCow and I found this really nice restaurant. It was like a cafe. The restaurant is called Baladi. Baladi? Am I saying that right? Probably not saying that right. But it is homemade Syrian food and it actually looks unreal. Like my mouth is watering right now, so I'm really excited to eat it. I always leave the details in the description below so you can check this place out. I actually found it on HappyCow and they have a vegan platter, but they also have other options if you're not vegan or vegetarian. So I'm gonna go and eat this because it looks too good. Okay, so I would definitely recommend that place. It was called Baladi. It was homemade Syrian food and it was so good. You guys know I love food. I literally feel like I should just be like a travel food blogger. The plate had hummus, cauliflower, some other things that I didn't really know what they were, but there was just so much flavor. It was like 14 euros. So if you're ever in, I was about to say, if you're ever in Syria, if you're ever in Brussels, definitely check that place out. It's like a 2-minute walk from where we were earlier, the Grand Place. But yeah, the decor, I should have got some shots of the decor because it was just decorated so nicely. Okay, the next thing on our Brussels tour is the Old England department store. Now, I'm not gonna go in there, but it used to be a department store back in the 1800s. Or the 1900s. Again, not good at history, don't come for me. It is a museum filled with instruments. It doesn't sound that interesting to me, and I'm not really in like a museum mood. I think when I find these things to do, I literally just type in best things to do in like Brussels or best things to do in Rome or wherever I am, and that is generally where I get my inspiration from. I either get the inspiration from blogs or vlogs on YouTube, but I haven't had a lot of time to research Brussels because it was such a last minute thing and I've been quite busy the last few days. So I'm just gonna have a wander around and just keep exploring really. Just behind me we have the Royal Palace of Belgium. It's one thing that I was going to visit and I still may try and visit it because I've heard the admission is free. So I just quickly googled, can you go in the palace? And it is still a working palace. The royal family don't actually live here, but they do still work there. However, I've seen online that you can only access the palace, like they only open it for visitors from the mid-July to end of August. But Google's still saying it's open, so I'm gonna go try and go in. Guys, I keep getting everything wrong today. That is not the palace. I literally took one look at it, I was like, that must be the palace, because I didn't exactly follow directions on Google Maps. It turns out the palace is around the corner and this is a church. So I'm gonna actually go and take you and show you the palace. Do you know, it's really funny because I could just edit it out and show you, oh, this is the palace. I knew where it was all along, but I'm just gonna show you guys what actually happens on a day-to-day travel vlogging with Dane Luca. This is the actual palace. And I've just seen on a sign down there that it's only open in July and August, so unfortunately we can't go in, but we can still admire it from outside. It looks very grand. Got the Belgian flag on top. So this is probably one of the more random things that I've ever done on a trip. If you live in the EU or Europe, you know that Brussels is where they make all the big decisions, like politically. I was just walking to a park and I saw like the Parlamentarium and like the politics side of things. Everything looked really businessy, so I thought, let me just like walk by, and then it said visit the European Union Parliament for free. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. You have to book, but you can just go in there and book it. So I've booked to visit the Hemicycle. The Hemicycle is where you see everyone making those big decisions on the news. And then I've booked to go to the Parlamentarium, which is a bit of history around it and tells you like why Brussels is the place. So I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna go in there because it's free and it's something to do in Brussels. And weirdly enough, I literally read through about 5 blog posts and I didn't see this mentioned once. So I'll let you guys know if it's good or not. I don't know why, but I'm kind of excited for this, like just being here. Everyone's dressed in suits. I'm just in shorts and a little cute shirt. But yeah, don't know, just feel like this is a really random thing to do. So already on my little Hemicycle tour, I've been given one of these things, so it's going to give me some information. Kind of lol that the UK is not in the EU anymore. I was looking at all the countries, I was like, oh yeah, England's not on there, or the UK's not on there. So that was actually very interesting. Generally, I don't find politics that thrilling. I've always seen that place on TV and on the news, so actually being able to stand in there. The reason it's called the Hemicycle tour is because that sort of oval shape is the hemicycle. The guide was pretty good at explaining like who meets there, how decisions are made, how laws are passed, and who sits there. But yeah, kind of interesting. So I'm going to go on to the Parlamentarium, and that I think is going to tell me a little bit more about this thing. The Hemicycle tour, definitely check it out if you've got like a spare hour or so. Like I say hour, it's like 30 minutes, but you might want to spend longer in there. They also have lots of paintings in there as well, and it's free, so go check it out. Parlamentarium is definitely very information heavy. I'm sort of learning a few facts, but I feel like I did so many museums in Paris that I'm like, I can't read any more information. I would also recommend going into the Parlamentarium as well. You even get a free pen. That isn't the only reason, but it genuinely was interesting. Weirdly enough, some lady come up to me while I was vlogging and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, just like vlogging for a blog sort of thing. And she was like, oh, I just need to check with my manager if you can do that. Someone else came over and were like, are you with like a company or an agency or something? I was like, literally, it's just for my blog. She said to me, you can either wait for me to speak to my manager and get you cleared so you can vlog in here, or you can just stop now. So I was like, I'll just stop now because that's just the simplest option. But I was like, that's so silly. Like people take pictures and put it on Instagram. It's exactly the same. Hey, I'm gonna stand here and say, go to the Parliamentarian. So kind of doing you guys a favor. Bit cheeky, but hey. So I couldn't not come to Belgium and try some traditional Belgian food. Unfortunately, I can't find anywhere on the internet that sells vegan Belgian fries in Brussels. So if you know of any, put them down below. I think the Belgian fries are traditionally fried with beef in the oil, so obviously I'm not going to eat that. Luckily for me, there is a place where I can get a vegan Belgian waffle in a place that I found on HappyCow. It's called VeganWaf. I just walked past the shop and there's a little sign saying the guy's coming back at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to head over there now. And it's quite early. It's like I haven't even had dinner yet, but I was like, this place closes at 7, so let's have some dessert, like vegan waffles before dinner, even if I have dinner, because I'm still quite full from that lunch, that amazing lunch. I'm very excited to eat this right now. The awkward thing about this is I'm not going to be able to eat this on camera. Oh my god, it's actually dripping on me. But I went for the fully vegan waffle with salted caramel sauce and strawberries. I'm going to end this vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed spending the day with me in Brussels, Belgium. I've really enjoyed today. I didn't really have any expectations for Belgium, but I've had a really nice day, and that vegan waffle has just like finished me off. So I'm just getting a little tiny wok thing. Comment down below, where do you think I'm off to tomorrow? I'm actually leaving Europe and I'm going somewhere. It's 4.5 hours by plane. So comment down below where you think I'm going. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to keep up with the vlogs or get some travel inspiration for future travels, please consider subscribing down below, and you can follow me on Instagram at DaneLuca. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably find out before the next video where I'm going. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and take care and peace out. I found a little trick. If you put your camera on interval timer, this one, if you, don't know if they were talking to me, it's so bloody loud, mate. Just wait for this to stop. Is my hair looking okay? My hair's looking pretty crazy. Hemicycle, which is the room where all the big political, I can't even speak properly. I could never be a politician, though. Spontaneousness, spontaneity, maybe.